Hello! I hope you can read this, because I can't make sure if you can read it or not. Look at the bee. The bee is cool. I drew the bee! And that's what this video is going to be about today. My drawings. I will show you some of my earlier drawings because they're not that great. So, I'm into anime, so a lot of my first few drawings are anime-ish. So, the first real anime that I got into, that was a series anyway, that was like a TV show, was D and Angel, and then D and Angel. So, I came up with this weird side story, because I do fan fiction and things like that, and instead of, I came up with this like story that came after the actual series, where like for some reason the people who fall in love in the story, and I won't tell you about the story, don't end up being together, and he meets this person who I'm named Sierra, which is kind of supposed to be like me, I guess. I don't know, I just made stuff up. Who married her, and they had a little baby named Charlotte, because she was half French, half Japanese. And this is her when I put her in the actual story. It looks like Sailor Moon because that's what I did at first. That's the only anime I knew when I started drawing anime. I actually did really good hands. First time I ever did really good hands. And it's supposed to be a dress with a bunch of ribbons on it. I read a story about that, and there was this girl going somewhere, and she had a dress with red ribbons on it, and she was going somewhere, and everyone needed to use her ribbons, and she was like, okay, you can use my ribbons. I can't remember where that story came from, but I've always remembered it for some reason. And this is a really kind of a weird picture. You can see it. It's kind of based off of Superman. I drew this when I was a big fan of Superman, which I guess I still am. And it was supposed to be like a big field and a driveway that was from like Smallville or wherever it came from. I've actually watched Smallville. I know someone who has done that. And this is back to another D and Angel character. And my other picture, you have her when she's a baby, and it says she was 18 months at this time. This is when she was older, when she was a kid. I do a little signature on all the pictures that I drew as if they're going to be really important. This is a really crappy one. This is based off another book that I that I read, called Beauty, that's written by Robin McKinley, and it talks about a garden with flowers, with fountains in it, and there was a big wall with a bunch of roses on it, and I can't draw roses on a flower. I've tried so many times, it just doesn't work. But this is what it looks like, and this is supposed to be like a little river, like lake kind of thing. And this is a fountain, and it doesn't look like a very good fountain. This is one of my earliest pictures that I have in this little book here. This next picture is, I was in a play, and I was the narrator, so I had a really big part, and it was called Scrooge, the Stingiest Man in Town. It was a high school play, and my cousin, I can't remember which one it was, I think it was Emily. It doesn't matter which cousin it was. They came to my performance and they gave me a bouquet of roses, and I love getting flowers, and that's always really cool, especially after you have a performance and everything. So I put the flowers in a vase and they started to die, and I drew a picture of the roses. It's not black around the edges, it's a dark green. I don't know if you can tell. And up there it says, life like roses have thorns, but roses are the world's favorite flower. So, yeah, and there's my little signature again. And this one is my favorite one. It's an anime drawing again because I don't really draw people realistically yet. And I based this off of myself when I was a junior or senior in high school. I had really long hair, and this is supposed to look like me. And I made up the dress and everything. I thought it was really pretty, and a lot of people said it looks really nice. I honestly think it kind of looks better on a screen than it does actually on the paper, because the dark lines, they look a lot darker than they actually do when you're looking straight at it. And next I have a sketchbook, so this will be interesting. It will not be notebook paper. And this could almost basically be a story about my life. And you know what? This is already 6 minutes and long, and I don't want to bore you, so I'm actually going to save those for another time. I have a friend from back in Indiana. Her name is Crystal Meyer, and she wanted me to make a video on YouTube about her, and I haven't seen her in a long time, so I don't really know what to say, but that's something you can comment me about like friends you had when you moved and stuff like that, and send me a message, something like that, because I need friends. So I need to have stuff like that to talk about. So that is all for now. And I don't think I'm going to do this thing anymore because that's just lame. So I'm just going to say bye.